Good morning, everybody. Traffic Central here this morning. I hope everybody had a good Monday. I did. We got a lot accomplished with a couple of contracts. Actually, I take that back. We only had one contract that we actually have returned and got it signed and all that stuff. And we also were able to get that property. It is in, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank here. Where is that property? It's in Oklahoma. It's in Lawton, Oklahoma. And I have friends and family from Lawton, Oklahoma. Actually, these are my mom's. They're friends of mine through my mom. They're actually my mom's close friends, college roommate type folks, and they're in their 70s now. But we visited Lawton when I was a kid. Not that any of you care, but I felt like telling you, so I did. But anyway, Lawton, Oklahoma is where this property is. It's a 3-2, and it's it's a nice little family home. It's got a good little yard. It's in a good subdivision neighborhood that the other realtors are hyping up in their advertisements. So I'm assuming that means it's a pretty good neighborhood, or decent anyway, desirable, if you would. Sorry, that's the trolley. So anyway, we picked that one up yesterday, or we picked it up on the weekend, and we've already got it up all over the place on our Carrot property sites, posted on Craigslist, on the Facebook groups, and so we're our process. I guess my point is our process is improving with every contract, and we're getting better and getting. We're learning where we need to be super expedient and where we don't. And paperwork, once we get deals, is where we need to be fast. And offers and responding back to sellers on initial conversations and stuff is where sometimes a little hesitation and a little making them wait, if you will, can be beneficial to what we're trying to do, right? Because we don't want to seem super eager when we're talking to these sellers and about buying their house, right? Because we want to be in that power position that we talk about, which is being sold to, not selling to the seller, right? They're selling us their house. We're not trying to sell them on a lease option or a wholesale transaction or any of this stuff. They're trying to sell us their house, so we want to maintain that position in the discussion when we're talking to these people, right? You don't want to like seem super eager and like immediately firing things back to them like you're a salesperson, sending over a sales proposal. Because that's not what we are, and that what you're doing there is you're giving the power to the seller and taking it away from yourself. So you don't want to do that. Definitely do not want to do that if you can avoid it. The other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit this morning was just as you're looking for properties, I got some questions yesterday from some investors that were getting going about what kind of houses and this and that. And there's a video, and we have a new YouTube channel, by the way. It's under just Right Directions Advisors. Go Right Direction Advisors is the name of the channel. Go to YouTube and subscribe to it. And I think Johnny, the guy who's one of our partners here that takes care of all that stuff for us, I believe he has put most, if not all, the videos I've made that were kind of all over the group page. I think they're all there, in like order or something. So if you're new and you reached out to me and I've told you, hey, go watch the videos, now at least you can do it easily. Whereas before I would tell you that and then you'd have to come to the group page and try to find them. And I know that's not ideal. We're improving our stuff for you guys along the way too, so rest assured. I know some of the things aren't 100% smooth, but we're working on it. We're aware of it, and I want to make it easy. I want to make it real easy for you. And the more simple it can be, the more you'll want to submit properties, and that's good for me, honestly, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because there's a benefit for me in it too. I'm not some kind of a saint. Although, I do my best. I'm just not not at that level. So anyway, a lot of people ask me what this is that I drink in the videos sometimes, and this is my so I had a heart thing like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. I was a pretty good partier, drinker. I like to drink. I mean, I was a functioning guy. I mean, I had a job and kids and family, and I did all my responsibilities. It wasn't like I was laying in a gutter, with a light bulb on, or light, what do they call it, lampshade on my head, or I wasn't, in Vegas with a bunch of strippers and cocaine or anything like crazy like that. I drank a little bit too much, and I was not living a healthy lifestyle. The outside sales life is stressful, and I was way overweight. I'm still overweight, but I was super overweight, almost 100 pounds heavier than I am now. So 2 years ago, I was a mess, a real mess. Just, the stress had taken its toll. My kids were just getting out of, my youngest daughter's a junior in college. She's almost finishing up her junior year now, so you can imagine, she was just started college, and we had those bills, and so I was in a pretty tough spot at that point, and I had a medical deal that was a wake-up call. So I quit everything bad. I quit drinking, which was that was the only thing I really had that was bad. And I made some changes in just my approach to life and the way I look at things and stress and this and that, to try to, I want to stay calm. I don't want to die. I got kids. I want to see grandkids and all that stuff. So anyway, it all leads back to the story about this, which is I gave up booze, and I never really was a big soda guy or anything like that, but I just decided I'm going to drink nothing but water. So I bought one of those. Actually, I'd spent the first year and 3/4 of my 2 years so far since that heart incident. And I've had three procedures and things, since then, and it's still somewhat ongoing, but I'm doing fine. But anyway, I spent the first year and 3/4 with my best friend being LaCroix, or cheap, store versions of LaCroix type water. So I would drink 12, 15 of those a day, and that's all I drank, nothing but. And then my mom visited us over the holidays, and she said, have you heard of the SodaStream thing? And so now this is what I do, and this is fresh fruit in here, and my wife zaps this up, or I do, the night before, and we stick them in the fridge, and I take 2 of these with me to work or out in the field, and I'm out in the streets. I just keep these in my little cooler, and I chug them, and I'm telling you, it tastes better than soda. It's 100% all natural stuff. It's cheap, way cheaper than buying I was buying 7 or 8 12 packs of LaCroix at $6 a piece a week. I mean, I was spending $75 a week on sparkling water, and I was happy because I was saving over what I was probably spending on booze prior to giving that up. So anyway, that's what this is all about, in case anybody was wondering. And yeah, the booze thing, I don't miss it a bit. People say, oh, it must have been hard for you. You really liked your beer and this and that. And it wasn't hard at all, man. When the decision is die or drink, the decision is real easy. At least it was for me. I mean, even the doctors were like, oh, it's going to be tough and this and that. And I had 0 issues with it. None. I mean, I had no problems with that decision. And I still feel the same way today. Nearly 2 years later, and I haven't missed it a bit. I can be around it. I don't mind people doing it in front of me, drinking, partying. I go to concerts. I'm still all around it all the time, and it doesn't bother me a bit. The only thing I will say about it is it's definitely opened my eyes to when you step outside of drinking and you look into the world of people that are drinking around you, just like your friends and things, your family or whatever, and you just say, wow, you didn't realize what you look like. And my wife used to tell me, and I would, I don't believe that, this and that. Now I can see it through the eyes of others, or through my eyes looking at others that are doing it. So anyway, I'm not going to preach about it. It's a personal thing, and but that's why I drink the water, and I love it, man. It's really good stuff. The other good thing about the booze, I literally have done very little in the way of exercise and changes as far as diet. I mean, I always ate fairly well. The only thing I've done is give up booze for the most part, and I've lost almost 100 pounds. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but I literally have done nothing else. So, and I'm still losing weight, and I feel like I'm going to get to my optimum weight. You know, I wake up feeling good every day. I mean, that wasn't a feeling I was used to, and so it's just been a great decision for me. So anyway, not to get off on a tangent there, but that's you people that are asking about the water. That's what that is, and it's just fruit floating in there. My wife puts all kinds of fresh fruit, or she'll make it with lemon and mint and, you know, all kinds of herbs, and I'm getting so much healthy stuff in me. I am a walking herb right now. I'm so full of vitamins and nutrients and all kinds of other good stuff that my wife's doing to keep me alive here. So it's all good stuff. Anyway, we were talking about properties and getting started and everything else. Guys, we've talked about it a ton before. I'm not going to bore you to death, but don't spend a lot of time mulling over these properties. The main thing to do is target your market area. Make sure it's an area people want to live in. And once you're in that, as long as you're within your parameters, as long as it's a 3-2 or something close to that. Look, I only look at 3 2s. I'll look at 3 1s. 3 2s, 2 2s, and that's pretty much it. You know, if there's a 4-bedroom or something, I'll look at that too. But, you know, I set the parameter somewhere, and that's usually what I set it at. I'll usually set it at 3, 1.5 for the minimums, and 4 2 or 4 3 for the maximums is what I'll usually do on Zillow. I might open it up to 2 2 depending on the area. Like if I do the original search and there's not enough results, I'll open it up and include 2-bedroom, 2 baths. But I found that 3-bedroom is kind of a real key deal. 2 baths is 2, but you can do a lot with 3 1s in the wholesale realm, as far as you can add another bathroom, and a lot of times the 3 1 is a great opportunity if there's a way to add a bathroom fiscally, you know, in a good way. Then the 3 1 can be a good deal too. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's enough spiel for today. I will talk to you later. Have a good day.